Hello, my dear. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. Oh, I don't remember doing a reading for you before, so I'd like to explain real quick kind of how this works. I see, hear, feel, sense, know. They talk to me, but they also show me pictures, and I call it spiritual charades. Try to describe the picture the best I can. There's always a reason for whatever they say or show. So if it doesn't make any sense now, just keep it in mind because you'll either see it later, remember it later, or somebody else will validate it for you later. Go, I know what she's talking about. She's calling somebody Rosy Posy. Anyway, sometimes they just throw words out too. So she'll not give me a lot of details. She'll give me just enough that you should understand what she's talking about. So this is non exact science. Sometimes you got to stretch it outside the box a little bit. Um, we communicate the best we can. The Aw, she feels all like soft and like somebody I would want to go up and give a hug to. Like if she hugged you, you would just melt. Very sweet, loving energy, and it's directed towards you. She says, I love you very much. Don't worry about me. I'm fine. I crossed the line better than I thought I would. She means the line going up there that I've never seen a line. I'm not sure what she was referring to. Now she's kind of dancing. I made it. I made it. Da, da, da. I made it. Now she's doing a little tap dance. So she's excited. She's excited. She wants you to know that she made it just fine. Hair. Talking about HAIR hair. So I don't know if you recently did something to your hair, changed the color, cut it. Thinking about it. Like I said, sometimes they just throw words out. It's her ball game. It's her show. Okay, let me ask her something. Okay, so I have asked them not to show me exactly how they die because I was feeling it, seeing it, smelling it, all of the above. And I had so many readings and I just sit down and cry afterwards because it was so heart wrenching. So I won't get a lot of details, probably unless they think it's necessary. It's easier on my poor little heart. She's talking about being very, very, very tired as she was driving. It's almost like her eyes were so heavy she couldn't keep them open. So I don't know if she actually fell asleep for a minute or she just totally fell asleep and then had her wreck. She just excuse me. She was just tired. And she's just showing her eyes keep closing. Oh. She says out of all the darkness, when it happened, she saw this big, beautiful angel that was glowing at the time that it happened. And she's not getting off the angel. Hang on. Trying to get her to move on a little bit. So, and I will tell you what I've been taught is, let's say we're going to have a head-on collision, and I don't know if that's what she did. And I'm just this is the story I always tell. Right before the point of impact, our soul, our spirit actually leaves our body. The only thing affected is our body. our soul, our spirit, which is our true essence, is not compromised in the accident. We don't have any of that trauma that we need to cleanse when we get there. And at that point, we don't need that body anymore. This is our car, this is our vehicle to run around on earth in. Our spirit, our soul is inside of it. She says, when it happened and she looked back, she goes, "Oh shit, what did I just do? What have I done? Crap. Well, it's a little late now." I've never heard anybody comment like that at that point. She was kind of like, "Okay, let's go." Like, you know, what's done is done. Let's go. And that's why the angel was there. She says, "I love you very much too. Please don't cry. I am fine. More fine than you could possibly know." Okay, so I don't know if this is a past memory or something she's doing now. She's showing a little girl. Show her again. Okay, she's in a cute little dress. It almost looks like an Easter dress or something. She's got, how old, 4 or 5 years old, maybe. So I don't know if this is going to be, I always ask them, don't go back so far that they can't remember what you're talking about. So we'll see. Anyway, little girl. She's got lighter colored hair. It's kind of long. It's got lots of curls in it. It doesn't look like, don't really look like natural curls, more like somebody curled her hair. So however this fits you, whether this was you, but she's on her hands and knees and she's crawling after her and chasing her. And the little girl's just laughing her ass off and giggling, and they're having so much fun. And then she grabs the little girl and she scoops her up. She's on her knees. She's still on the floor because she was on her hands and knees. She sits back on her heels, grabs the little girl, and she's just hugging her and wiggling her and making her laugh more, and just having a gay old time with her. So if this is a memory for you, that's what it is. If not, if there's a little girl that's like that now, then she's doing it now. She's not, usually I can tell if it was a memory or if it's now, but I can't on that one. So, and I promise you 1,000% she can hear you, she can see you, talk to her all you want to. She says, "I would like to come and visit, but I don't want to scare you." There've been a lot of times that I've seen them like standing in the corner of the living room and going, kind of like to interact with them, but I don't want them, I don't want to freak them out. I don't want them to think their house is haunted. So invite her in if you want her to. That's your free will choice. Invite her in, ask her to come visit, ask her to pop in, ask her to bring you some love, however you want to do it, if you want to do it. Let her know it's okay. And the ones that I see in the corners, once they know it's okay, then they'll step forward. A lot of houses that I go cleanse, they go, "Oh, my house is haunted." No, it's just grandma popping in. It's not that, it's not bad. She says that she would like to see the land sold because it serves no purpose just sitting there. and she's showing like when it's sold, like there will be multiple people that will prosper is not the word I want to use, benefit, that will benefit from it. So multiple people, instead of like one person, like somebody selling it and one person gets all the cash and puts it in their pocket, she's showing multiple that you could use to enrich your lives instead of just looking at the grass and the dirt. And I don't need it anymore. She's she says split it up, give everybody a little piece of it, and go do something frivolous with it. And she's talking about you doing something frivolous with it. Maybe not every single one, whoever would get part of it. She says one less headache. Just let it go. She's talking about like getting a little jar and putting a little bit of the dirt in it and like putting it on your kitchen windowsill or putting it on a shelf or something. Like like you still have a piece of the land. And that's kind of a cool idea. And she says, I'm fine with it. You know what, they would when they leave, they don't care what you do with their couch or their watch or their whatever stuff because it's just stuff. They don't need it anymore. It's just stuff that we worship while we're here. I do it too. I understand. Just be kind to one another. No fighting. Don't forget to share the love with each other. She says that is more important. That is something you get to take with you. You cannot take the couch, cannot take the car. You can take the love with you. And up there, love is the highest form of energy there is, which and should be here. That's why they're trying to get all of us light workers to help raise the vibration of the world. Love is the highest form of energy, the highest vibration. And that's the ultimate goal. All right, she's talking about baking something, and it looks like a loaf in a loaf pan. I would say is something like banana nut bread. Something it may not that may not be the exact type, but it looks like a loaf of banana nut bread. What is something she used to cook? So if it's something else along that line, you might stretch it outside the box and know that you will get that smell. You can be home, you can be in your car, you can be in the store, be outside, doesn't matter. And you get that little whiff of banana nut bread or whatever that loaf is for you. Know that that's going to be a sign from her. Validate her, acknowledge her, tell her you love her, and ask her to bring you more if you want more signs. Give her permission. Okay, she's talking about my earrings. Only she's talking about not earrings that look like this, but earrings that dangled and they made noise. Like I have, kind of reminding me of my Christmas earrings. They're long and they have a whole bunch of little bitty bells on them, and they drive people crazy because every time I move my head, they're jingling. I just tune them out, but they're so cute. Some kind of earring that I'm assuming that she had that made a lot that jingled. Maybe you have those earrings, or maybe you have the pair of earrings that jingle. She's trying to validate that it's her. Okay, excuse me, I should quit smoking. She's showing me a real small child is crawling. So I would say this child isn't quite standing up yet. Looks like crawling along really fast. Don't know whose child it is. Just has a diaper on, crawling across the floor real fast, and turns around and looks at her and giggles. Little kids and animals, at least dogs and cats, horses. I'm assuming all animals. Anyway, can see them and hear them, no problem, because there's nobody standing there to tell them, you can't do that, that's not real. So watch this child, whoever has this child, and I can't even tell if it's a boy or girl. And when you see this baby, like feeding somebody cookie in the air, holding a cookie up or something, and trying like they're sharing their food, or they sit there and giggle, or maybe they point and there's nothing there, or they follow something with their eyes, know that that's her. They're playing with that child. And if you don't say anything to the child, they'll grow up at least until they're usually when they're 9 or 10 years old. Then they kind of start cutting it out, squishing it, especially if somebody says something about it, because they look around, they go, people are going to think I'm crazy if I tell them I can see this lady. So that's when they kind of start shutting it down. So just, anyway, she wants you to know that. She wants you to know how deeply she loved you, respected you, and felt very fortunate to have had you in her life. I'm always proud of you. Always have been proud of you. Keep up the good work. So whatever you've been doing, keep up the good work. She likes it. And with that, she's going to leave. She's blowing you kisses. And she's just bippity boppity, kind of like happy go lucky, just awesome. And she kind of twirls around as she's walking away. Okay, with that, she's gone. Much love to you, my dear. Thank you for allowing me to be her voice. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. Later.